Good morning, everyone. Good morning to all my friends on the dais and people present here. In fact, it's a great pleasure for me to be a part of this gathering here in the morning, and I thank Reggie for inviting me for this function and to be able to speak to you about what is happening in Pune in a very short time. I wouldn't go beyond my time. I'll look at you, and when you actually give me a signal, I'll sit down politely. Uh, it's been a great journey in the last 2 years. I've seen the Smart Cities mission evolve, and from a stage where there was a lot of ambiguity into what it means to a stage now where we have a clear defined path for each city. The path is different for each city, but then, yes, each city has a clearly defined path at the moment. It's very important to understand that we clearly differentiate between when we say that how Pune performs as a smart city and how Pune performs under the smart cities mission. These are two very different questions. And that's one clear differentiation, in fact, because even in the magnitude of the thing, our smart cities mission project is a 3,000 crore project, but our smart city dream is a $6 billion dream. And of course, with it comes so much of administrative, governance, technology issues, and finance, and everything packaged together. So Smart Cities Mission is one of the tools we are using in our journey to make Pune the smart city, in our journey to make Pune the city which its citizens hope and aspire it to be. Of course, we do believe in metrics, but beyond metrics, it's all about, when a citizen comes out of your home and his or her home and meets the city on the road, the aha feeling which comes inside his or her, heart is what will define how good or how bad we have performed in our journey towards making it a smart city. As Mani rightly put it, it's about quality of life, it's about workability, it's about sustainability. So our $6 billion dream, which is the next 5-year plan, includes a lot of share of transportation, a lot of share of water-related investments, a lot of investments in sanitation, solid waste, sewage, stormwater, a lot of investments in energy, in security, in safety, a lot of energy in environment and green practices. So essentially, these are the core of our work that we're trying to do in the next 5 years. If you see if you see just one of it, for example, transport, if you see out of the $6 billion, close to $3.5 billion are going to be invested in transport. So clearly, Pune identifies mobility to be its greatest challenge. So there are multiple projects, right, from the metro rail project to the BRT project. In fact, today we are the largest BRT system in the country. We have close to 2.5 lakh passengers every day on BRT in Pune, and that is going to triple in the next 3 years. So this is about transport, and when we talk about any sector, it's very important to realize that, we're not talking about only projects. Projects are maybe the last layer of the activity that we need to do. There's so much of the foundational work which needs to happen. Systems are most important. And system thinking is what we believe in Pune. We believe in putting the right frameworks. You cannot solve transportation problems unless you have the right policies. Where is your parking policy? Where is your policy for pedestrians? Where is your policy for non-motorized transport? Where is your policy for public transport? The city needs to decide on these critical issues. So it's not only about money, it's about guts, it's about courage to take the right decisions, it's about the courage to charge cars on the road, it's about the courage. The political courage also is very important, and that political will has to come, and the citizens also need to understand. It's not only a dream on one side, it's also a responsibility on the other side. And that dialogue and that engagement is very important. And every sector is a challenge in itself. Just one example, now in the next month or so, we would, after the 2015 SEBI guidelines, become the first municipal corporation to raise municipal bonds. We are AA plus rated. We are the highest rated municipal corporation in the country. We are raising about 2,000 crores from the market for our water project. And the water project structuring itself, over the last 6 to 8 months, the way we have interacted with our citizens, with our political representatives, has been a journey in itself. And, the dialogue, because Typically, water rates are very political. All of us know, in fact, Pune had not changed its water rates for the last 15 years. So getting them to look at water tariff not only for this year, for the next 30 years to make the product credible, and the project now stands on its own financial structure, is a thing which has really, shown me how, it's been a learning experience for all of us. We've created a project which stands on its own revenues, no collaterals, nothing, and we are going to the market, and probably by the end of this month, we'll be raising about 2,000 crores from municipal bonds. So that's one example of how, there's a lot of policy, a lot of foundational work which is required. For us, smart doesn't mean technology. For us, smart means, getting more out of less. Technology is only a medium. And we do realize there are a lot of smart people in Pune. There are a lot of people whom we need to leverage. For us, smart means collaborations. For us, smart means, partnerships with the right people across the world. We are a very open system in Pune. In fact, we believe in working with the best, and we'll create systems to work with the best. We would like to create systems where there's a level playing field where the best can compete and, deliver the best goods in a city like ours. The Mercer's Index ranked Pune as the second most livable city in the country last year. We were second in the list of smart cities. ISB, the Indian School of Business, has come out with a report very recently. In fact, they're launching the report next week, where they've rated Pune as the fastest moving smart city in the country. NDTV and USAID actually had done a report on hygiene in cities, and we have ranked number 1 there. As I already said, we are financially doing the best at the moment as far as municipal corporations goes in the country. Our per capita spending per citizen is close to 11,000, which is the third in the country, in fact, after Mumbai and Tiruvananthapuram. Recently, Janagra released a report of the first 21 corporations in the country and ranked them on various indicators. That's a report online. And Janagra is a fairly well-known NGO from Bangalore. And on urban governance, they've ranked Pune as number 2 behind Tiruvananthapuram. Third is Calcutta, and fourth is Mumbai. So on all parameters, we're trying to do our best. I would like to appeal to the investor-friendly investor community here, the people who come from abroad, who are our guests and who have come for this conference with a lot of hope in what is happening in Pune, to look at cities like Pune and kind of come and partner with us in our journey. There's a lot to do. There's a lot we're trying to do on the solar mission. There's a lot to be done on the renewable energy mission. Greenifying Pune, making Pune an energy efficient city. Our journey towards a smart city has to be an energy efficient journey. We very well realize that, and we are kind of creating frameworks behind it. Governance is a key area of our work. We would like to infuse a lot of technology into governance, not because of the sake of technology, but for the sake of transparency, efficiency, bringing down time of giving services to people. We would like to increase and would like to strengthen our government-citizen collaboration platforms, which is one of the most important areas of our work. We're working a lot on the digital aspects of our work to be able to deliver services to people. Just a flavor, in fact, last year, the first quarter, 7% transactions with the municipal corporation were online. And this year, the last quarter, which is 5 quarters hence, 35% transactions in Pune are online, which means every 1/3 transactions today are happening online. So these are just changes we've gone through in the last 1.5 years, and there's very small things. But, for example, property tax. From 800 crores to 1,200 crores in 1 year, and now we're jumping to 1,600 crores. So doubling of property tax in 2 years is something without changing of rates. It's just because of the way we have, kind of created certain changes in our business as usual model, and you try to go beyond it, stretch ourselves, and we've seen that we stretch ourselves, we dream big, we can make it possible. I think there's a lot of skepticism about municipal corporations in this country, and a lot of people feel, municipal corporations cannot deliver. I would, strongly urge people to go deeper and, think of it as a systemic issue. And, system is not only on the other side, system is on this side also. If we work with good partners, we will definitely deliver. Good partners need to come forward. And therefore, I would urge, people here, everyone who is, wanting to work in this space, to look at cities like Pune, work with us. And we are here to, make examples. We are here to be a lighthouse city, want to do something which other cities can follow. I'm very glad to see the presentation which my senior colleague from South Delhi Municipal Corporation did. In fact, we in our own way are doing a LED project of 135,000 lights. In fact, we will be delivering the end of the project by the end of June 25th. It's completely Wi-Fi controlled, single control room, command room. In fact, on the 25th of June this year, I promise to be able to kind of show you, I'll promise to, I mean, any of you can come on the stage and use my mobile app and control streetlights in Pune. That's how we are, looking at integration, and there's so much happening on the level of integration, technology, experts, collaborations, infusion of human resources. I won't take much time, but just want to build hope in this community that there's a lot of happening, there's a lot happening on ground. Look at cities like Pune, work with us, make our dreams come true. Thank you.